What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Lady Lex, and I'm trying to set this camera up, but I'm here for a Married to Medicine review. Hope y'all can see me well. Child, I'm over here parked at the car dealership so I can get my oil change. I got a couple minutes, like I'm gonna have to do this quickly, but good thing this episode wasn't like, didn't have like a whole lot going on. But next episode, baby, look like it's gonna be on fire, and I'm ready to see it. But you know how they show like the little clips in the beginning of the show, Dr. Contessa, you are beautiful and you don't need no more Botox. Like, you talking about, yeah, I think I need some more. No, we can tell your face is tight. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Contessa, no, don't do that no more, please. You look nice, so I don't think you need to do any more, because if you keep doing it, you're gonna look stiff in the face, and we don't want you to look stiff in the face. Sweet Tea was moving out some old stuff. I can't remember what Toya did, but I'm just reading my little notes, and I just said Toya is cringy as a mom, and she is, in my opinion. Like, of course, some parents want their kids to be open with them and stuff like that, but it's like, oh, it was the scene with her telling Dr. Eugene to do all this stuff in front of their son, and I feel like that's, y'all about to be giving strange things like the Johnsons. Like, I don't know what y'all got going on over there, but it's just a little, but I'm kind of understanding this Toya personality, but it's just a little weird to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, yeah, but it's cringy, very cringy, you know, Toya. And if that's just your personality and nothing's going on out of the ordinary, I think you should tone it back, because it looks extremely weird to other people, and you don't want other people getting the wrong ideas, because people will call the people on you. Where's this truck going? Anyway, am I in these people parked? I don't know. I'm trying to wait on my thing and do my video real quick. I'm sorry. Then Dr. Jackie tells Dr. Heavenly that she has been invited to the White House. She was playing with her at first and saying that she only could invite one person, and she was going to invite Dr. Simone. But then she told her she was just playing, and they both was invited. So I think that was just amazing to see them go to the White House. I'm going to jump my little place, but I want to stay on this topic. I was extremely happy to see them go to the White House. Like, y'all know how, I mean, it's already amazing, because Kamala is the vice president. She's the first black vice president and the first woman vice president of the United States. But it would have been even extraordinary if she had won the election. Y'all fumbled her though, not me though. Y'all be safe. I was a part of the 92%. So I did what I was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? I can only cast one vote. So, you know, and I put my vote in. So Phaedra went on a date with this young man, and he said that he knows her ex. That's crazy. I mean, that's not crazy, I mean, but him trying to act like he don't know Phaedra, but he know her ex. Like, it would seem that most people know Phaedra most people know Apollo because of Phaedra, but I mean, he is a guy, but it's just, it's sketchy. I don't know if I necessarily believe that, but okay. And Phaedra doesn't have a problem with him knowing Apollo. She's like, whatever, you know, he's moved on, so yeah. But anyway, so the doctors go to DC to meet VP Harris, and they are coaching Dr. Heavenly on how to act at the White House. Dr. Heavenly is a mess, but one thing I don't think she's gonna get in the White House and act a fool or cut up in front of the vice president. And plus, she with Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone. Like, it's really nobody she got a problem with. You know, I think they all gonna be cordial and professional. Even if she was around somebody she didn't like, I really think most people, you know when to act and how to act, especially if you made it that far in life to be a doctor. Nobody's gonna cut up, even if your arch enemy is standing beside you. I'm not gonna cut up at the White House. I let them argue with themselves against the wall, because I'm not gonna argue with you in front of the first black African American or partially African American, whatever. But you know, woman as vice president. Like, shout out to Kamala. Like, but yeah, I'm not gonna cut up in front of her, make a scene or ruin her thing. Like, no, this ain't what it's about. So yeah, even if the person started with me, I'm not gonna entertain it. Like, and I just feel like that's how most people are in a situation like that. VP Harris gave her speech. It's really sad, like, what black women go through having children. The lack of care, the lack of help, and, you know, care that they're just giving to women they don't care. And then now we have Roe v. Wade overturned, so doctors aren't even able to do what they need to do to save people's lives, and that's crazy. And I think that's insane, you know. Anyway, so they had a good time at the White House. You know, they had pictures and videos of VP Harris. Yeah, that was real nice. Anywho, so Dr. Heavenly tell Phaedra she invited Apollo. Phaedra's acting indifferent, but I do think she feels some type of way. But at the same time, I feel like maybe she do want to give something, so she's like, okay, bring Apollo. But I don't think whatever happened on the trip, because we saw the preview, I don't think she thought it was gonna go that bad. Like, I thought she was, you know, gonna play around with him, like, oh, you know, sure, bring Apollo, like, that'll give me something to do on the show or whatever. I don't think she necessarily cared for it, but she was gonna go along with it. But I think Apollo went left. I guess he's kind of like an unpredictable type person. And yeah, y'all seen Phaedra said something like, I'm gonna go or something. Phaedra, you didn't want to be there anyway, honestly. Especially once you figured out they was gonna let you back on the Housewives after Candy quit. You did not want to be, I don't think you want to be on Married to Medicine anyway, but you was just selling over there because you couldn't be on Housewives because Candy said she was not gonna be over there with you. But you know, now that you can go back to Housewives, I think you knew your foot was in the door, or you had already signed your contract with Housewives. That's why when they made you you just said, yeah, I'm gonna go. So okay, so Dr. G said he didn't want to go on a couple trip. He talking about, you sure you didn't even go? It's a couple trip, Dr. G. Why you acting like you don't want to go on a couple trip, but you was totally fine coming back? I mean, I know it was Sweet T's contract to sign. Like, I don't think the men have to sign up for the show, it's the women, but you were okay with her signing up for the show knowing Quad was gonna be there. Now you acting awkward, like, I don't know if I want to go on this trip and all this stuff with the little squeaky voice. Dr. G, we don't want you to go on the trip. We don't care. You and Sweet Tea can stay at home. And I ain't got no problem with Sweet Tea, but it's just, why put yourself in an awkward situation? Y'all came back on the show knowing Quad has been on the show since day one. And after Dr. G and her broke up, divorced, he went on with his life and he was never to be seen on the show again. And I see a lot of people blaming Dr. Heavenly as to why they dare, talking about, oh, she tried to get Sweet Tea on the show. I don't care what mutual friend of, if I'm with somebody and their a person that's mutual friends with them and their ex can convince me, I'm not going back to the show. I'm not going back to the job they worked at together. Like, if we've moved on and he's moved on, why would we go back to a situation that he said he moved on from? So I don't understand. Like, I feel like even nobody couldn't convince me. So I mean, y'all can try to blame Dr. Heavenly, but them people had to agree to do it. Just because somebody keep calling you, I would have told a girl I'm not doing it. Thanks for the invite, but no. Have a nice day. You know, whatever, and that would have just been it. Like, I have no interest in going. Me personally, I would have no interest in going back on the show, and nobody could coerce me or convince me. You couldn't even pay me to do that, because if I don't want to be in your presence, I'm not going to be, for a check or otherwise. And then Quad over there asking her man, well, she was telling him, I guess giving him a heads up about how some stuff may come up about her and Dr. G's relationship. And she, you know, he's like, he's not bothered, whatever, but I don't know to what extent that he may know about Quad's, the abuse that happened in the relationship. I mean, we don't even know it's the public, but we know enough that it was pretty bad, and I'm sure it's a lot more stuff that she's never said on camera, or, you know, that has been put out to the public that has happened. So I think that maybe she didn't tell her boyfriend King all of that either. So he maybe blindsided about how bad the abuse was, and I don't think she want, like, I think she was trying to give him a heads up, like some stuff might come up, and if it come up, then, you know, he probably gonna be pissed. Like, what man wouldn't be pissed if the woman they're with is talking about how their ex drove them down the stairs and did all the stuff to them? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm gonna feel some type of way, and you, yeah, I mean, I can't go back and do nothing from the past because it was y'all past, but if you talk crazy to her, do something now, like, I'm gonna protect her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you not finna try that. And that's what I think was happening in the preview. No shade. I feel like Dr. G was talking out the side of his neck, and King said, not on my watch. Love that for quad. Anyway, so they arrived for the couples trip. Dr. Contessa, I don't know what she did, a little light body slam, choke out to Dr. Heavenly. That was funny. They was on the ground, and then all the couples meet up. They trying to do the competition on the little boat rafts and stuff. People skeptical about getting on the boats. There would be me for sure, because I mean, I could swim a little bit, but I'm gonna do it in a pool. But yeah, I was with Dr. Damon. Yeah, it could be a great white out there. It could be shark. It could be any type of animal that doesn't mind eating humans, and I prefer not to get in that little boat out there. But you know what I'm saying, I ain't never really swam in no ocean or no large body of water like that, so I probably wouldn't want to do that either, you know. But, and Curtis just said get somebody else to do it. Oh my god, I felt Curtis. I would have been sitting over there just chilling. Give me a beach chair, some sunglasses, and I'm gonna watch y'all do. Y'all want me to record and take videos, y'all? Cause yeah, get somebody else to do it. I'm not doing it. I don't know why Dr. Simone and Cecil picked that. They could have picked something a little different. So the episode ends when they was about to start doing the little boat things. I don't know how that's gonna go. Oh, y'all, did y'all catch that Sweet Tea called Dr. Jackie Skeletor? Dr. Jackie is gonna give Sweet Tea a nasty read at the reunion, and I don't want y'all. Sweet Tea, I don't want you to dish it and not give it. I mean, you're a interesting person on the show in a way, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like you can't read or throw out stuff at people, and then if Dr. Jackie reads you to the ground, then you gonna be ready to cry. Like, please don't do that. Or be talking about, well, she needs to give a genuine apology. Like, Sweet Tea, everybody ain't gonna give you no genuine apology. And that's what I feel like people be misconstruing about what I be saying. They be like, oh, Sweet Tea just supposed to let Heavenly say anything to her, and she just supposed to put up with it, and y'all don't think Sweet Tea supposed. No, it's not. But who is gonna keep talking to a wall? Like, if this person is not gonna apologize, why you keep stressing yourself out? You saying she's stressing you out, and you can't have your baby because you stressed out because of the stuff she's saying and doing. Like, she cannot get to you if you do not engage with her. That's just my thing. You can't make somebody apologize, but you just don't deal with them. Like, you know what I'm saying? She don't talk to me and I ain't talking to her. Like, there's no need for us to talk. And every time discussion comes up, or every time I see her, I'm not gonna say, well, you didn't give me a genuine apology, or blah blah blah. It's like, whatever. Like, I'm just gonna pay you dust, and that's what Sweet Tea, you need to pay it dust. And if you can't pay it dust, if that's not in you, you just need to leave the show so you can focus on giving Dr. G the baby, because, and you want the baby or whatever. So if that's preventing you, don't let that stress you out. Just go ahead and do what you gotta do, whether it's leave the show or just ignore her. Like, you have to realize some people are never going to change, and you can't sit up here and change people or make them feel something or do something that they. So why would you stress yourself out about how that person is acting? Like, ain't nobody finna stress me out. Like, I'm not even finna beg nobody for apologies. I really don't want your apology. If you did something real grammar to me, just don't even apologize, because I'm never gonna look at you or deal with you the same. Like, honestly, I'm never gonna talk to you if I don't have to. But if we're happen to be in the same setting, like, I probably won't even speak to you unless it's just one of those things where I'm speaking to everybody else and I don't want to make stuff awkward and just not speak to you, so I just speak by default. But yeah, I just wouldn't deal with nobody. Like, if and then yeah, Dr. G, y'all seen that preview, he was talking a little crazy to Quad, and then next thing you know, him and King, it like King was finna have him twirling on that beach. He was finna have him twirling, and then everybody sprint across the beach. Quad looked like she turned into Sha'Carri Richardson for a second running across that beach. Oh my god, like, Jesus, I'm ready for the next episode. Sunday, hurry up. Dr. G is yelling at Sweet Tea. I don't even know what he was talking about, but he yelling at, I hope he's not yelling at her. I hope he's just maybe upset about a situation, because Dr. G, you showing your slip. We already know the stuff, and I believe what Quad said you was doing, but I'm sure, and we didn't see you yell at Quad before too. And I'm not saying that people don't raise their voices at each other in a relationship, but you not finna yell at me like I'm your kid, or like, you know, that particular way. Like, you not gonna, yeah, you just not gonna talk crazy to me. But I mean, if you upset and you're talking loud because you're trying to get your, not even your point across, but you might be upset about something else, like, you know. But anyway, so yeah, let's see what happens next episode. I hope y'all enjoyed this review. Y'all got me late for my oil change appointment, but I'm finna get it done, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.